here comes the match. What you all been waiting for. PokeGum versus Phaze. Gangstar, he leads with Infernape. Infernape does a Fire Blitz, thinking Gangstar scarfed or specked, but I Focus Sashed it. Kind of did a little old school cheap move. Basically, Focus Sash with D-Bon. I know it's kind of cheap, but you know, considering how long we've been rivals, I did not care. So he brings out Snorlax. I just put D-Bon thinking he's gonna try to finish me off with Infernape just to get it over with. And I mixed Click to T-Bolt. I was trying to do Will-O-Wisp, but you know, it's like I didn't know what he was gonna do, so I just went with the alternative. He does a substitute, which really could help him, could not. I mean, he's paralyzed anyway. And I just pull off D-Bon, and D-Bon does work even if you're subbed. But he gets Paral Hacked, which kind of saves him and kind of worries me because that lowers my D-Bon power point to 1 less. And I just do D-Bon. He gets a crunch in. He knocks out one of my few special sweepers that are actually good, but you know, it's just a D-Bonner, so pretty much they're gonna be really fast or really tankable or something. And the score is 5-5 right now. He brings in Ape, and I bring out Mace. Mace a 3, and pretty much this is like one of those older battles you've probably seen. Anyway, he switches out to his Raptor, and I just do a Rock Slide thinking he might keep Infernape in for, and I was trying to get a flinch off. And I pretty much should call this the flinch of 3, because he's pretty much made for flinching. And of course, with that being said, that bite was particularly payback for what he did to my team a long time ago with Sharpedo with bite. Pretty much swept my team with that. Probably seen it, probably not. Pretty old video. Anyways, he gets a sub in, and that kind of worries me. So I just get a DD, thinking he might do like a stat move also, but he doesn't. He just went straight for the Stone Edge, but he missed, which is the reason why I do Rock Slide over Stone Edge, because of accuracy and the ability to flinch. It depends on the poke, really. He did the smart move with the Stone Edge, but his sub fails against my Outrage. He does a Stone Edge, which KOs. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, right now it's 4-5. At that point, it was like, okay. And pretty much he gets leftover heal. Pretty much a lot of people uses more than 3 leftovers on a team, but I still stick with item cost, so I bring out my Flygon. This one I could not tell if he was going to switch to what, so I just went with Giga Drain, thinking he would stay in, thinking of Ice Fang or Avalanche. But I should have done the Silver Wind, predicting the switch, but you know, I just went with the 50-50. It was a 50-50 chance. So I went the Eggman. And he does a Leaf Storm, pretty much a neutral move against Eggman, and with his bulky defenses and enough HP, I live it. Was pretty nice. He's special attack -2, and now he just switches Celebi for Ape again. I go ahead and set up SR. Pretty much basic stuff. You know, I could have set it up at the beginning, but you know, one poke versus a setup SR that won't do that much. I kind of consider the one poke out, tie, whatever. Anyways, I switched to Gyro 3, Intimidate Ape in order to get a really, really weak Ape, because he got close combat in, thinking I was going to stay in for that. Not only is his attack weakened, but also his defenses are weakened. So he switches out knowing that. And he goes back to Celebi. Pretty much he takes a nil SR damage, not too bad. So I just get a Dragon Dance up, since I already knew he was going to switch or couldn't do anything about it. About the Terminate, whatever. So he uses Trick, which is kind of funny, because Gara is lifed, and you know, I got Scarf Garagos, and I scarfed at the perfect time. I used Iron Head, basically a 30% flinchability and high damage steel move. So pretty much he switches back to Infernape, because now it's like plus 1 DD, plus the Scarf, and plus Jolly Nature, and max speed EVs. This thing is going to outspeed pretty much anything he has. And I pretty much get a 2-hit KO on Ape, and that was pretty much it. And right now it's pretty much equal. And then he brings out Stormy, which is not too bad, but the Stormy is life. I go ahead and try to get a flinch off Iron Head, or a crit or something, but it doesn't work. And he uses Psychic, which kind of shocked me, because I was expecting T-Bolt, you know. but it didn't work. So I just go at Iron Head again, hoping for a flinch, but I never got a flinch off Iron Head in this battle, unfortunately. But I did get Bite, so I guess that's pretty good. But he gets a crit on Psycho, which he didn't really need. And I bring out Charizard, which is Scarfed, and I just go ahead and go with the Crunch. I don't know why he did not switch on that. That was easy to predict. If I bring out Charizard, it's obviously going to be Scarfed, and it's obviously going to have a counter move. And he brings out Duke-Knight, and Dragonite, or whatever, so very interesting move. So I just stick with the Crunch, hoping to get like a defense down and maybe get a sweep, but he gets a D-Claw in. And it does some pretty nice damage. I live it, but below 1/3, meaning I get the Blaze ability, and I switch to Eggman, predicting the Dragon Claw because I could use Charizard later to just KO a sweep or whatever. And of course Eggman has enough HP, like a little bit below half, but he has an EQ. Pretty much just going to KO it because of 4-time weakness. It does not matter how many stat points you have. If it's a 4-time weakness in anything, that's usually a big concern. Mostly Ice type and Electric types are pretty good in OU battles. I bring out Flygon doing Drago Meteor because I didn't want right after our Celebi switching in and getting a good prediction if I use any other move, particularly Earth Power, which I wouldn't do against Dragonite anyway, so that's pretty much useless. So pretty much bring out Celebi. The SR damage does a little bit, and I was thinking, you know, I had enough power behind me to Spect and Stab. I could probably get Celebi knocked out with Drago too. And I do. Pretty much use 4 my special attack right now, but I end up switching. And he brings out his last poke, which is right after, and I have 2 left. So I switch out Flygon, change to Charizard, thinking he might sub, which he does. And this is pretty much the very interesting part of the match. And right now he's a little bit half HP. I use Crunch, hoping to take out the sub and maybe get defense lower, but I don't get that. But he Stone Edges. I probably should have done Fire Blitz for the stab sake, but I didn't want the resistance affecting anything, so I just accept it. And of course he gets HP, restore leftovers. I bring out Psycho 3, and I use Giga Drain. The reason why I did not use Dragon Maiden because he has a sub, and he could probably do some good damage with Stone Edge with a crit, and I want to be able to HP recover that if he does. And so he uses Stone Edge. It does a little bit below half damage, which is pretty okay, I guess, considering it's a ground type versus rock type deal. And so I just went with the Giga Drain, and that's game. Pretty much he got owned with Giga Drain. That's right, he got owned with a special sweeper, Flygon. Well, anyways, it was a good game though. Good game.